Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alif Miftahul Lisa and my friends name Farisa, Novita, and Elza. We are from the C class, the lesson planning and management class. We'll present the result of group work entitled Language Curriculum Design. Okay. The first parts of the curriculum design process. Curriculum design can be seen as a kind of writing activity, and as such, it can usually be studied as a process. The typical sub-process of the writing process, gathering ideas, ordering ideas, ideas to text, reviewing, editing, can be applied to curriculum design, but it makes it easier to draw on current curriculum design theory and practice if a different set of parts is used. The curriculum design model in figure 1 and 1 consists of three outside circle and a subdivided inner circle. The outer circle, principles, environment, needs, involve practical and theoretical consideration that will have a major effect in guiding the actual process of course productions. There is a wide range of factors to consider when designing a course. These include the learner's present knowledge and lacks, the research available including time, the skill of the teachers, the curriculum designer's strength and limitation, and principles of teaching and learning. If factors such as these are not considered, then the course may be unsuited to the situation and learners for which it is used, and may be ineffective and inefficient as a means of encouraging learning. And in the curriculum design process, these factors are considered in three sub-processes: environment analysis, need analysis, and the application of principle. The result of environment analysis is a ranked list of factors and considerations of the effect of these factors on the design. The result of needs analysis is a realistic list of language, ideas, or skill items as a result of considering the present proficiency, future needs, and wants of the learners. The applications of principle inform first of all deciding on the most important principle to apply and monitoring their application throughout the whole design process. The result of applying principle is a course where learning is given the greatest support. Well, this is a pic of figure 1.1, a model of the parts of the curriculum design process. The shape of the model in figure 1.1 is designed to make it easy to remember. The three-part shape that occurs in each of the outer circle, the Mercedes symbol, also occurs in the large inner circle, and also occurs in the way the three outer circles connect to the inner circle. Okay, the next, the considering the environment. Environment analysis involves considering the factors of the situation in which the course will be used and determining how the course should take account of them. One way of approaching environment analysis is to work from a list of questions which focus on the nature of the learners, the teacher, and the teaching situations. Okay, here is a short list of some of the other factors that teachers considered most important. The first, the small amount of time available for the course, the large size of the classes, the wide range of proficiency in the class, the immediate survival needs of the learners, the lack of appropriate reading materials, and the teacher lack of experience and training, the learners use of the first language in the classroom, and the need for the learners to be more autonomous. Okay, the next, there are many examples of unsuccessful curriculum design where the background questions were not considered. Here are some examples. The first, the communicatively based course which was deserted by its Vietnamese learners because they were not getting the grammar teacher that they expected. They set up their own grammar based course. Second, the course of agricultural students, which had a simplified version of the Moonstone by Wilkie Collins as its main reading text. Some of the learners produced their own translations of it, which they copied and sold to other learners. They saw no value in coming to grips with its content through English. And the three, the adult conversations course which began with the game Simon Says. Half the students stopped attending after the first lessons. There is no conversations in Simon Says. Each important factor needs to be accompanied by one or more effects. For example, the factor the large size of the class could have the following effect on the curriculum design. The first, a large amount of group work. Second, use of special large class techniques like oral reproductions, blackboard reproduction, the pyramid procedure involving the individual, peer group, class sequence, Nation and Newton, 2009. The next, independent work or individualist text. The importance of environment analysis is that it makes sure that the course will really be suitable, practical, and realistic. The next, discovering needs. Hutchinson and Waters uh, make a useful division of learners' need into necessities, what the learner has to know to function effectively, lacks what the learner knows and does not know already, and wants what the learner think they need. These are discovered by a variety of means by testing, by questioning and interviewing, by recalling previous performance, by consulting employers, teachers, and others involved, by collecting data such as textbook and manuals that the learners will have to read and analyzing them, and by investigating the situations where the learners will need to use the language. Ways of doing needs analysis can be evaluated by the same general criteria used to evaluate reliability, validity, and practicality. Necessities, likes, and wants may all involve some kind of comparison or reference to lists of items which can act as the learner's goals of the course. An exception to this is uh, to base the course on what the learners request. In this case, the leads are created by the learners. This is effective if the learners have very clear purpose for learning English which they are aware of. For example, a course for immigrants who have been in the country a few months could very effectively be based on a list of things that they want to be able to do in English. We will look more closely and this in the chapter on negotiated syllabus. Following principles. Research on language teaching and learning should be used to guide decisions on curriculum design. There is considerable research on the nature of language and language acquisitions, which can guide the choice of what to teach and how to sequence it. There is also a lot of research on how to encourage learning in general and language learning in particular, which can be used to guide the presentations of items to be learned. The principle derived from the research include per principle on the importance of repetitions and truthful processing of material. on the importance of taking account of individual difference and learning style and on learner attitudes and motivations. It is very important that curriculum designs make the connections between the research and theory of language learning and the practice of designing lessons and courses. There is a tendency for the connection not to be made with the result that curriculum design and therefore learners do not benefit from development in knowledge gained from research. A striking example of this is the failure, of course, to take account of the finding regarding the interference that occurs when semantically and formally related items, such as opposites near synonyms and lexical sets, are presented together. In spite of the clear findings of this research, which is supported by a large body of research class from formerly in the area of language learning, coursebook continue to present names of the parts of the body, item the kitchen, opposites such as hot, cold, long, short, old, new, numbers, days of the week, and articles of clothing in the same lessons. Mm. This will have the effect of making learning more difficult than it should be.